Breathe deep, the cooling air, sun setting tonight. You gotta make your mark, load up on the raw intent. One last look in the mirror. They're gonna know your name. Somebody's gonna take a second look. Too cool, too juicy, go any angle. Hypersexual, serial beast. Wear it on your sleeve. Hey, baby, do you like it kind of raw? Or do you like it?
Good evening. Welcome to another edition of PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. I'm Norm Waymer, along with the former champion Andy Shane. We have said time and time again that anything can happen in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, and I think last Sunday definitely proved that anything could happen in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Anything can happen, anything does happen. The rumor mills run, and look what happens, you know?
Well, there were a lot of rumors flying around, and I had mentioned that we couldn't quite confirm anything of substance, and a lot of things went down. We will get to all that. We will get to what happened in the title matches. We will get to everything as we go along here today. We want to thank our sponsors, of course, Mike Seeger's Red Wing Shoes, along with the Beer Stew. We thank them. We thank the Somerset Bingo Hall. Thanks Seaway Marketplace on Cherry and Bancroft. And also the Toledo Academy of Beauty.
And we got new ones coming all the time, and we always need new.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Absolutely. All right. And just contact us through our website at PCWexcitement.com, Facebook, Twitter. We're pretty easy to find. All right. We want to get you to what happened at the end of the show on Sunday. We want to address this first before we address anything else, because a lot of people left wondering what happened. I was wondering what was going on. I wasn't quite sure what was happening. It all made sense after we found out some things after the show. But we're going to take you to the end of after the end of the match with Nitro defending his title against Malice, and Nitro successfully defending his title against Malice. Malice Modfather got into a confrontation, and let's show you what happened.
Let's see what this little weasel does.
Take it away.
And still PCW Heavyweight Champ. Give it up for Phil Nitro Mayhem.
All right, we may have a little disagreement here in the ring.
Malice upset at the Modfather.
Oh!
Modfather throwing powder into the eyes of Malice for whatever reason.
Because he lost. That's why.
I think Malice was using him all along.
Now he's choking him with his bandana. Uh-oh.
Oh, Nitro's upset now.
Uh-oh. You know, it's one thing to fight with your brother. It's another thing when somebody else does it.
Oh, this building is erupting right now. Building is absolutely erupting.
Finally! Finally!
Wait a Norm, what's this?
What the heck is this? Look at the size of this guy.
He's bigger than Nitro.
Oh, no! Oh, my God.
He just body slammed Nitro.
Oh, and a splash. You got to believe the Modfather is behind this.
His insurance policy, maybe?
Registered copyright, don't you even repeat my
Who
name.
is this guy?
Wouldn't you like to know? He works for me.
Well, he's discarding Malice, it looks like, in favor of this behemoth.
Oh my gosh! After Nitro went through a match like that.
Now the homeless hillbillies are here. He's going after the homeless hillbillies.
And he's destroying them too.
Just decapitated Dick Nasty.
The size of this guy.
And Malice is still in the ring right now, too. I think Malice is in trouble. Now look at that.
I'm not sure who that is.
Well, that's probably the last we're going to see of him, whoever it is.
I mean, look at the ring.
It's Mikey Smalls.
Look at this ring. Look at the carnage.
He's crashed 6 people right now.
Look at the carnage. This guy's a monster.
What are we going to see here? I've never seen anything like this.
And now they just threw powder in the face of the referee.
Well, whoever he is, the intentions are pretty clear. He wants that PCW heavyweight title.
I guess you would say that this is plan B.
Malice didn't work, so I'm gonna bring in another guy who was waiting in the wings. Who was waiting in the wings? That's why he had no problem tossing Malice to the side, Norm, because he had this guy ready to go.
And the Modfather didn't get the title.
Yeah.
And maybe we should say yet.
All right, the name of the individual that caused all the carnage, Brodrick Shaw, and that's the same Brodrick Shaw who was rumored to come into PCW in January. I had not seen him before. I think you have seen him before on the road, but I had not seen him. Boomer had not seen him, and we weren't quite sure who that was.
You know, this monster of a man, big as a house, strong as anything you've ever seen, comes down the ring, makes his presence felt and interfering in a match that had nothing to do with them. He destroys Nitro and destroys half the locker room as if it was nothing. I don't know what to think. And ends up in the corner of the short little squat ward on a monkey's butt Modfather.
Well, and the Modfather uses this to his advantage in more ways than one. It's very rare and very odd for somebody making their debut in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling to immediately get a title shot, but that's how bad Nitro wants to get his hands on Brodrick Shaw. He agreed to put his title up in order to get his hands on Brodrick Shaw.
More than agreed, he demanded it. And when the champion demands a match and the championship committee wants to see that match, it makes it happen quick.
So that has been signed for March the 22nd, March Mayhem at the International Boxing Club. Sunday, March the 22nd, that is your title match. That is your main event, as Nitro will take on big Brodrick Shaw with of course, the Modfather in Brodrick Shaw's corner. All right, let's get you to our first match here on Powerbomb Championship Wrestling today, and we're going to take you to Chris Corvis against Celeste Taylor, and keeping in the spirit of anything can happen in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, you're going to find out that something else unexpected happened after this match.
We're finding out that anything can happen, and usually does, at a Powerbomb Championship Wrestling event. And this one...
This was a great match, too.
These
guys tore it down.
Celeste
Taylor,
and Corvis
newcomer,
are amazing athletes, and it was an incredible, effort by both. But you'll have to see.
Right, because somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. Chris Corvis against Celeste Taylor now on Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Chris Corvis wants to remind everyone that he is, in fact, the world's most handsome wrestler. And we're officially underway. Norm, our first opportunity to see Celeste Taylor, and man, you want to talk about a guy who was just totally decked. That is Celeste Taylor right now. He is in impeccable shape, but so is Chris Corvis.
Yeah, Celeste Taylor's, though, in shape at another level.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That's another level than most.
In shape squared, I think, is what it is. There's our first lockup, collar and elbow. It's going to be really hard for Chris Corvis to outmuscle Celeste Taylor.
But it's not a bodybuilding contest. This is a wrestling contest.
Exactly. Celeste Taylor with the advantage, working that arm, a lot of torque on that wrist. What is Corvis going to do? There's the quick reversal. He's right back into that arm on Celeste Taylor.
Chris Corvis has been up and down the road many, many times.
And look at that beautiful maneuver from Celeste Taylor, showing us that he's more than just a bodybuilder. Nice acrobatic maneuver to get out of the arm wringer. Now he has the top wrist lock applied to Chris Corvis. Corvis back up to his feet, though. Arm wringer, hammer lock now. Very fluid, Celeste Taylor is.
The competition just keeps getting better and better and better here in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
And look at that nice drop down with that drop toe hold. Corvis goes down. He is just totally baffled right now. Thought he was maybe going for like an Indian death lock. Grapevines those legs, really putting a lot of torque into that knee of Chris Corvis. Corvis in trouble. We're only a minute into this match. Corvis reaches the rope. There's your break, but a little bit of damage done to that knee of Chris Corvis. And Norm, you talk about it. You've got to think the amount of resumes and tapes that the matchmakers here in PCW get.
Oh, we get hardly a day goes by where somebody's not inquiring about coming into Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. And we've had so many inquiries about a wrestling school, and we thank you very much for those inquiries. And that's something that maybe happens somewhere down the road. But I would say for anybody that wants to get into this business, get trained, get about 5 years of experience, and then come after us.
Yeah, this is not for beginners here, is it?
No.
This really isn't. You're looking at wrestlers, whether it be Chris Corvis, Les Taylor, Andy Shane, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker. These are wrestlers who have years upon years of experience. They've traveled all over the world, and now they know that they can come here to PCW and make that mark.
5, 10, 15, sometimes 20 years of experience.
And that's really what you need to be successful here in PCW, is to bring those years of experience. Taylor now rocked a little bit. Corvis with that boot into the middle. Suplex brings him up and over.
Because there's no question about this match, is that Chris Corvis is the one with the experience edge.
And you've got to think, it wasn't too long ago that Chris Corvis was being mentored by Dr. Jerry Graham. He learned a lot from those months under the wing of Dr. Jerry Graham.
It is an endless amount of knowledge that Jerry Graham can give anybody in this business.
I mean, because I remember, like, when we first saw Chris Corvis, and again, he was a guy who had lots of experience, came here to PCW, and really had some issues making a mark. And what happened, what elevated him to that next level, was being under the guidance of Dr. Jerry Graham. And now you see Chris Corvis, who is a challenger for any of the titles here in PCW.
I got some training from Dr. Jerry Graham for a match or two that I had. And I can't express the wealth of knowledge that you're dipping into when you work with Dr. Jerry Graham.
And it's not a coincidence then that you're undefeated. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? You're undefeated, Norm, aren't you?
I said this a couple of times. It's Scott Romer and TK Parker. So
it's a pretty good list of people that you've
beat. It's not one of these guys. It's not one of these guys by any stretch of the imagination.
Norm tells me he's retired, but Sugar Ray Leonard always said the same thing.
No. It's enough to know that I don't want to do it again.
And look at that. Celeste Taylor trying to throw that elbow right into the middle. Hits a couple of them. Breaks that hold. He's off the ropes now. Ducks under. Ducks again. Sunset
look at that.
Really put him away.
That could do it.
Corvis is able to roll out, and he's up.
Oh, my gosh.
He just turned him inside out with that clothesline. Taylor didn't know where that came from. Goes for a cover.
Arrogant.
Very, very arrogant. And just that look of disdain on the face of Chris Corvis. In disbelief, he wasn't able to put him away there. He brings him back up, scoop slam, maybe has him up. Yes, puts him down.
Celeste Taylor may be a young guy, but you're going to wear yourself out trying to wear him down.
And Corvis now perched on that middle rope, jumps up. Just took that forearm right into the throat of Celeste Taylor.
Devastating move.
And he's right on top this time.
But did not get him.
A lot of life left in Celeste Taylor. Taylor now trying to work his way at least to the ropes, get himself back up to his feet, but Corvis is gonna, no, Celeste Taylor fighting back.
What a great crowd we got tonight too.
The word with PCW is out there. They know that if you want action, a hard-hitting action, a lot of fun, this is where you need to be.
Oh.
Huge knife edge chop from Celeste Taylor.
A lot of resilience. Oh my gosh.
Knocked him out of his boots with that knife edge. Not really sure if Chris Corvis thought he was going to be challenged like this tonight.
See, that chop by Chris Corvis, that's a perfect example of somebody who has some experience. Because it's not always about how hard you hit, it's about how well you do it. When you're in the professional ranks, it's about how good your execution is.
And really his execution on that knife edge and a lot of his other offense that we've seen has been pretty much spot on here, but Celeste Taylor extremely hard to put away. Head first into that top turnbuckle. Goes with that fist, punches in. Taylor rocked right now, gonna go for a ride. It looks like there's the reversal. Corvis goes in hard, hits that buckle. Taylor follows in, punch of his own. Drives that shoulder in. We've seen so many momentum changes in this match.
There are no easy matches, look at that.
Hits him so hard, flies to the outside. Now he goes up to the top. Corvis has no idea where he is.
Oh!
Bulldog off of the top.
We might have an upset.
And Corvis hits hard, but Celeste Taylor has to get on top of him for the cover. Referee is right there. Does he get him? No. 2.5.
Little bit of hesitation, maybe.
Has to get right on top of him.
Yep.
Has to get right on top of him for the cover.
Maybe just a little bit of hesitation. I think Celeste Taylor might have hurt his hand on that.
Goes in again. Corvis moves on that one. Unfortunately, Telegraph that catches him. Just drops him down.
Boy, it's a fantastic match.
A reverse Russian leg sweep. He's on top of him, though.
Arrogant cover again.
And there's a punch right to the chin of Celeste Taylor.
Right to the jaw.
I don't care how strong you are. Punches there are going to knock you down.
Once again, like I said, it's the execution. It's how well it's executed.
I tell you, Celeste Taylor, that guy is not going to quit no matter what. He just keeps firing back. Corvis relentless, though, swinging neck breaker. He catches him with it.
These are guys that are going to make noise in this cruiserweight division that's been established here in PCW.
Just drives that knee. He's right on top now.
It is a fantastic division. Both of these guys would qualify under the weight limit in the cruiserweight division. Look at
that
this.
Schoolboy. Will they get him?
1, 2. No.
Not quite enough, though.
Ref a little out of position.
Celeste Taylor out of nowhere with that Schoolboy. Now Celeste Taylor face down.
Knowing Chris Corvis, he's not going to kick out till he has to.
And again, Chris Corvis just really throwing those punches right into that jaw, that chin of Celeste Taylor. He got everything with that forearm. Taylor fires back, though. Back and forth right now. Not sure who's going to give first. Boot to the middle. Whips him across, reversal. Corvis hits. Oh no! Russian leg sweep. He got him with that, Norm.
And he got him up in the air with it, too.
I really thought he might go for a cover on that one, but Taylor wants more.
Here? Oh!
Waited too long, though. Maybe a little too much showmanship. I don't know. Corvis got the knees up.
Almost like Corvis had that scouted.
And then again, turned him inside out on that clothesline. As that is one of the marquee moves of Celeste Taylor. Corvis knew it was coming. Knew enough to get those knees up.
Oh.
And the blockbuster off of the top. He's put away so many with that, and he's on top. And good fight from Celeste Taylor. But Chris Corvis, the world's most handsome wrestler, pulling out the win here in PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
Wow. What a match.
Celeste Taylor, a force to be reckoned with, but Chris Corvis is here, and he wants gold.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now what is this?
Look at this.
Whoa, what is this?
He's stepping over the top rope.
What do we have here?
Oh my gosh.
Who is this?
This is one of the rumors I was hearing about.
And he just dropped Celeste Taylor on top of Chris Corvis.
This guy is 7 foot tall if he's an inch.
This is the tallest individual I have ever seen.
Guy. This is one of the rumors I was hearing about. I couldn't look at this.
Double choke slam?
This guy is the Giant Pharaoh.
The Giant Pharaoh?
The Giant Pharaoh. This guy is 7 feet tall.
The Giant Pharaoh?
And he just destroyed Chris Corvis and Celeste Taylor.
I'm in disbelief right now. A double choke slam.
Called the Giant Pharaoh has entered the ring.
He just stepped over the top rope like it was nothing. PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling at the IBC, the International Boxing Club, on Sunday, March 22nd. It's March Mayhem. It's going to be pure mayhem. Titles defended. All your favorite PCW superstars are going to be there. I'm talking about Mikey Smalls, Will Studd. You're going to see the women. You're going to see 3 title matches Sunday, March 22nd. You're going to see the PCW Cruiserweight title defended as the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, takes on the amazing Nate Madsen. Rick Baker, your champion. The Asian Assassins, the PCW Tag Team Champions, along with the Modfather, taking on Andy Shane and Phil Atlas, and Dr. Jerry Graham is going to be there as well. What about this for the PCW Heavyweight title? Brodrick Shaw, we saw him last time run right out of the back end of the building to take on Phil Nitro Monahan. He made a statement. Now, this match is going to happen for the heavyweight title Sunday, March 22nd at March Mayhem. One-on-one, the champion Phil Nitro Monahan versus Brodrick Shaw. Also in action, taking on not 1, but 2 wrestlers, is the Giant Pharaoh. So, Giant Pharaoh, I want to get your thoughts. What prompted you to decide to take on 2 wrestlers? So then what strategy are you going to employ knowing that you're going to have 2 wrestlers in there against you at the same time? And what kind of statement are you hoping to make at March Mayhem? Well, that's the Giant Pharaoh, and you'll see him at March Mayhem at the IBC, the International Boxing Club, Sunday, March 22nd. Thanks for the word, Giant Pharaoh, taking on 2 wrestlers. March Mayhem, IBC, Sunday, March 22nd. It's Powerbomb Championship Wrestling.
If you're looking to raise money for your nonprofit organization, Powerbomb Championship Wrestling is here to help. We'll provide you with everything you need to raise money. You'll get 2 hours of fun and exciting family entertainment from some of the best pro wrestlers in the Midwest, and we'll promote your event on our TV and social media platforms. Charities, booster clubs, athletic departments, or any nonprofit organization can raise money with PCW. Call us at 419-265-7808 or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or PCWExcitement.com. For good times, good food, and great service, go to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street across from the mall, or Nick and Jimmy's on Lewis and Temperance. Anything from breakfast to burgers to pizza. The Cocoa House Lounge on Lewis and Temperance features deluxe sandwiches and creative martinis. The Basin Street Grill on Monroe Street west of the mall, featuring extensive appetizers and fresh seafood in a classy yet casual environment. And the Village Inn on Holland, Sylvania in Sylvania. Great food and a roadhouse atmosphere. 5 times the good times, good food, and great service. Find it all at nickandjimmys.com.
I shop at Seaway Marketplace because they have the fastest lines in town.
Seaway Marketplace.
This is my store.
I buy almost all of my produce here at Seaway Marketplace for my home and my restaurant.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace Deli has the best chicken in town.
This is my store. I shop at Seaway Marketplace because of the big selection of meat and seafood.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace, corner of Cherry and Bancroft.
Seaway Marketplace. This is my store.
Your career will occupy 1/3 of your life. Shouldn't it be fun, profitable, and secure? The Toledo Academy of Beauty has successfully trained over 10,000 graduates in the cosmetology industry. Call 419-478-6660 for a free brochure. We also offer beauty services by supervised students. Even professional wrestlers like Dr. Jerry Graham is a client. Have fun, be cool, choose the right beauty school. It's Toledo Academy of Beauty.
It's the Beer Stube, located at 5333 Monroe Street, the home of the NFL Sunday Ticket. Catch your favorite game at the Beer Stube. We have a brand new kitchen open daily for lunch and dinner at 11 a.m. At the Beer Stube, it's a Wi-Fi hotspot and enjoy free pool from Sunday through Wednesday and premier karaoke Wednesday night through Saturday night. It's where bar, grill, and good times come together. It's the Beer Stube, 5333 Monroe Street, online at ToledoBS.com.
Since 1905, Red Wing Shoe Company has been making purpose-built work footwear. The skilled employees in our 3 U.S. factories build over 1.2 million pairs of shoes annually. We are the largest Red Wing shoe dealer in northwestern Ohio with over 2,500 pairs in stock. Stop by our newly renovated store at 2122 North Reynolds Road. Shoes and boots that have served generations of hard-working people. Somerset Bingo Hall, Toledo's premier bingo hall, 7 nights a week at the corner of Douglas, Lasky, and Tremainsville. At Somerset Bingo Hall, doors open at 5 p.m., Lightning at 6, and Series at 8 p.m. Sundays, doors open at 11 a.m., Lightning at 1, and Series at 2:30. Somerset Bingo Hall, Toledo's premier bingo hall, 7 nights a week.
Breathe deep, the cooling air, sun setting tonight. You gotta make your mark, load up on the roar intent. One last look in the mirror. They're gonna know your name. Somebody.
PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling back at the IBC, the International Boxing Club, on Sunday, March 22nd. It is March Mayhem. I'm here with the very distinguished Dr. Jerry Graham. Dr. Graham, I will get to you in 1 second. I want to talk over a few of the other things that people will be able to see, and this is going to be a huge show, March Mayhem at the IBC for the PCW Heavyweight title. Phil Nitro Monahan, he's the champion. He's turned back all challengers, but man, he's in for a tough one. Sunday, March 22nd. The man who came out of the back, Brodrick Shaw, first match ever in PCW, now it's for the heavyweight title. That match is going to happen at the IBC Sunday, March 22nd with March Mayhem. And of course, we have the tag team titles defended. And Dr. Jerry Graham, you were very, I should say, instrumental in getting your team a tag team title shot.
Well, you know, I've managed Andy for years. And we couldn't figure out why we didn't get a title shot for Andy. He's been champion. He's been tag champions with this promotion. Well, now I pulled the strings. I worked the deals. Andy, I got the best partner you could possibly imagine, Phil Atlas, and they're going to take these belts from the Asian Assassins. I guarantee it.
So what you got going on here is just this. You've heard him say it before, I'm a nightmare, I'm a disaster, that no one can trust me. It's because of what's going on. But guess what? I've changed my ways, and I found a man that the Mod Father is screwed, and they won't give him his Cruiserweight shot again coming this month. Well, I asked him, and he agreed to be at my side to go after the Mod Father and the Asian Assassins. I'm talking about Phil Atlas. There's no one better, and this is the man right here, and there is no way that they can stop us.
Seeing as Rick Baker and his goofy-looking manager won't give me my rematch, why not just do this? Why not? I'm here anyway. Let's do this.
It's going to happen. PCW Tag Team titles defended. The Asian Assassins taking on the team Dr. Jerry Graham put together, Andy Shane and Phil Atlas. You're going to see it March Mayhem, Sunday, March 22nd at the IBC. Tickets at Somerset Hall. Also get your tickets at Lucky 7. We'll see you March 22nd.
Back we are, PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. Well, we told you that anything could happen, and what we saw was the arrival of the Giant Pharaoh, 7 foot tall. He's a monster.
Where do they find these people? Not even
people.
Well,
they're finding us.
Monster after monster. It's incredible, and this guy's big as a skyscraper.
You sure,
pardon the pun.
You sure you don't want to just stay in the Cruiserweight division?
No, but I may have to take up more announcing. I'm sorry.
I'm not giving up my slot.
You know what? We can switch with Boomer. Just saying.
It's just amazing. I mean,
although I have cut a lot of wood.
It's very, very impressive.
Downed a few trees. You got to do that every once in a while, you know.
He's very, very impressive. There's no question.
Athletic, huge, high impact moves. Just one thing after another. They keep getting bigger and better.
All right, and he is signed for March the 22nd. March Mayhem at the International Boxing Club will take on 2 different men that night. He
was demanding when talking with the committee about wanting to prove how destructive he is.
He actually talked to the committee? He just
someone talked for him.
Just didn't laugh at him? Or
he had his people talk to their people, I guess. So he's got two coming. So, and he's got to take them both on. So, one at a time, but he's getting 2 that night.
And you heard from Boomer some of the matches that have been signed for March the 22nd. Nitro will defend against Brodrick Shaw. We've covered that. We've covered the Giant Pharaoh being on the card. We will also have Rick Baker, who will, well, you know, we'll get to that coming up. I'll tell you what. We'll hang on to that. But PCW Cruiserweight title match, you may have heard. Rick Baker against Nate Matson. Also, tag team titles on the line with the Asian Assassins taking on Phil Atlas and
myself. So we'll see how good the Asian Assassins can go. That's all I can say.
All right, let's roll the clock back here. Go back to a classic match here for you. Yukon Moose Cholak, Frankie Adonis.
Speaking of giants, the Yukon Moose, with the head on his head, is probably almost as tall as the Pharaoh.
Of course, Jerry Graham getting involved in the whole thing as well. So.
He interfered in the match?
Yeah, I know. It's stunning.
Shocked and appalled.
Stunned.
Shocked and appalled.
Stunned. Yukon Moose Cholak, Frankie Adonis. Let's take a look.
We've got a great match to open up today's edition of Bruiser Bedlam. Dick the Bruiser at ringside, along with yours truly, Terry Sullivan. It's Frankie Adonis, well-built young man, to meet the immovable force, Moose Cholak.
Frankie's got his work cut out for him, Terry.
As does any opponent that gets in there with the Moose. Moose Cholak, about 6 feet 5 inches tall, well over 400 pounds. He'll get a good workout in there against Frankie Adonis, though.
Frankie Adonis is one of the few wrestlers that can bench press 500 pounds.
Now, wait a minute. What do we have at ringside? Dr. Jerry Graham has just moved into the picture, and along. Oh, there's that 7 foot 2 inch tall Kentucky Butcher. Now, we've seen this more or less intimidation tactics happening for several weeks here. The Butcher coming out along with Jerry Graham while the Moose is in the ring.
You hit it right on the head, Terry. It's intimidation.
You hear a lot of talk between these two. As yet, though, I think the promoters are still working on signing a match between these two.
Picking on people half of his size. What is he going to mess with the Butcher? Moose is real tough for some little guy half his size. Kentucky!
You heard a few words of wisdom from Dr. Jerry Graham. They've now seen fit to leave ringside, having made their point, I guess.
Well, he's trying to antagonize Moose Cholak, and I think that's just what he's doing, too.
Sort of a king of the mountain kind of a story there. There can only be one power. So you've got the two of the biggest men in professional wrestling, Moose Cholak and the Kentucky Butcher. The Kentucky Butcher trying to make a reputation for himself, and certainly he would go a long way in that regard if he were able to defeat Moose Cholak. Moose doesn't look like he got too awfully upset by the presence of the Kentucky Butcher. Adonis with Moose in the corner, he might not ought to want to do something like this. And that's why. Oh!
You see the ring sway?
Oh! I think that thing's going to collapse. Hip toss by the Moose, and Frankie Adonis going to take a break.
Adonis is smart in getting out of the ring, but that's liable to make the Moose even madder.
Adonis might be even smarter if he'd go back to the dressing room.
Well, that's true, but if he gets back in that ring, all he's doing by getting out of the ring is giving the Moose a few extra snortfuls of air, and that's when he's really mad.
You got Moose Cholak, certainly a guy who enjoys, absolutely loves the sport of professional wrestling. And, of course, Jerry Graham and his stable of wrestlers have been a constant thorn in the side of Moose Cholak over the years. The latest and perhaps the most dangerous threat to Moose Cholak comes now from the 7 foot 2 inch tall, 580-pound Kentucky Butcher.
Can you imagine if those two got in the ring together?
They'd have to reinforce the ring for one thing.
They'd have to put double the floor.
Frankie Adonis just had his head slammed into the turnbuckle by Moose Cholak. Coming up later on today, ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Great Wojo, meets Chris Carter, a title match right here on television. You'll want to be here for that. The Russian Igor Zakov here to meet Rick Sampson, many other stars. At the moment, though, it's Frankie Adonis with the advantage on Moose Cholak. He stands back nicely. The Moose just taking things sort of easy here, making Adonis come to him. They lock up the massive arms of Moose Cholak with the referee hold on Adonis. Oh! Yeah, I heard that one. Yeah, I heard the pops from those. Moose Cholak. And that wasn't his full strength either by any means, as you could see.
You know, it's interesting, Terry. I told you before that Yukon Moose used to be a boxer in the Navy.
Oh! The El Squasho. That's got to be it. No way. Anybody.
And he just beat Frankie Adonis.
With my good friend Dick the Bruiser every time I I wrestle, he's my good luck.
Thank you.
Fast friends there. You come Moose Cholak and Nick the Bruiser. Certainly an outstanding tag team combination on occasion, too, I understand.
What I wanted to say, Terry, was that the Moose was a boxer in the Navy, and he just beat Frankie Adonis, who started out as a boxer. But he...
Let's take a look at it again here. Frankie Adonis being set up to this point by Moose Cholak. Takes his man over. Now watch the Moose. Right in he goes. 450 pounds of El Squasho on Frankie Adonis.
PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling is back at the International Boxing Club, the IBC, on Sunday, March 22nd. Doors at 4, bell time 5. Get your tickets at Lucky 7. Get them at Somerset Hall. You can get them online at our website. What you want to do is make sure that you are there. Get those tickets soon, because what we saw the last time at the IBC, unbelievable. I'm going to get to that in a second, but keep in mind with March Mayhem, Sunday, March 22nd, you're going to see the PCW tag team titles defended as the Asian Assassins take on Andy Shane and Phil Atlas. Women in action, Giant Pharaoh taking on 2 wrestlers for the Cruiserweight title, the amazing Nate Madsen challenging the Righteous Maker Rick Baker. But like I said, I wanted to bring back what we saw the last time we were at the IBC. Modfather obviously behind this, but what we saw Phil Nitro Monahan defending that PCW heavyweight title. Then out from the back comes the massive Brodrick Shaw. I have Brodrick Shaw. I have the Modfather here right now. Unbelievable what we saw the last time at the IBC.
Look at this man. He's a man of few words. He's a man of action. I travel the world. I came, I saw Brodrick Shaw. I knew he was the man to take the gold here from Nitro, and he is indeed going to do it. March 22nd. You do not want to miss Nitro get the beating of his life.
Brodrick Shaw, first match here in PCW, and now you're challenging for the heavyweight title?
Yes. Come March 22nd. I didn't come here to play games. Only thing I came here for was to get that title. Phil Nitro, March 22nd, you're getting Shawshanked, the belt's coming home to me.
This individual is massive, and you will see him challenging Phil Nitro Monahan Sunday, March 22nd at the IBC. One-on-one, Brodrick Shaw's first match in PCW, challenging for the heavyweight title. Fans, you don't want to miss this.
Breathe deep, the cooling air, sun setting tonight. You gotta make your mark, load up on the raw intent. One last look in the mirror. They're gonna know your name. Somebody.
I shop at Seaway Marketplace because they have the fastest lines in town.
Seaway Marketplace.
This is my store.
I buy almost all of my produce here at Seaway Marketplace for my home and my restaurant.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace Deli has the best chicken in town.
This is my store. I shop at Seaway Marketplace because of the big selection of meat and seafood.
This is my store.
Seaway Marketplace, corner of Cherry and Bancroft.
Seaway Marketplace, this is my store.
For good times, good food, and great service, go to Nick and Jimmy's on Monroe Street across from the mall, or Nick and Jimmy's on Lewis and Temperance. Anything from breakfast to burgers to pizza. The Cocoa House Lounge on Lewis and Temperance features deluxe sandwiches and creative martinis. The Basin Street Grill on Monroe Street west of the mall, featuring extensive appetizers and fresh seafood in a classy yet casual environment. And the Village Inn on Holland, Sylvania in Sylvania. Great food and a roadhouse atmosphere. 5 times the good times, good food, and great service. Find it all at nickandjimmys.com.
Since 1905, Red Wing Shoe Company has been making purpose-built work footwear. The skilled employees in our 3 U.S. factories build over 1.2 million pairs of shoes annually. We are the largest Red Wing shoe dealer in northwestern Ohio with over 2,500 pairs in stock. Stop by our newly renovated store at 2122 North Reynolds Road. Shoes and boots that have served generations of hard-working people. Somerset Bingo Hall, Toledo's premier bingo hall, 7 nights a week at the corner of Douglas, Lasky, and Tremainsville. At Somerset Bingo Hall, doors open at 5 p.m., Lightning at 6, and Series at 8 p.m. Sundays, doors open at 11 a.m., Lightning at 1, and Series at 2:30. Somerset Bingo Hall, Toledo's premier bingo hall, 7 nights a week.
Your career will occupy 1/3 of your life. Shouldn't it be fun, profitable, and secure? The Toledo Academy of Beauty has successfully trained over 10,000 graduates in the cosmetology industry. Call 419-478-6660 for a free brochure. We also offer beauty services by supervised students. Even professional wrestlers like Dr. Jerry Graham is a client. Have fun, be cool, choose the right beauty school. It's Toledo Academy of Beauty.
It's the Beer Stube, located at 5333 Monroe Street, the home of the NFL Sunday Ticket. Catch your favorite game at the Beer Stube. We have a brand new kitchen open daily for lunch and dinner at 11 a.m. At the Beer Stube, it's a Wi-Fi hotspot and enjoy free pool from Sunday through Wednesday and premier karaoke Wednesday night through Saturday night. It's where bar, grill, and good times come together. It's the Beer Stube, 5333 Monroe Street, online at ToledoBS.com.
March Mayhem is going to happen at the IBC, the International Boxing Club, on Sunday, March 22nd. Doors 4, bell time 5. You're out in the back at your advance tickets, Lucky 7 or Somerset Hall. We have so many huge matches happening at March Mayhem. You want to see title matches? We got you covered at March Mayhem. PCW Cruiserweight title will be defended. The amazing Nate Matson, I love watching him wrestle. He's going to be taking on the PCW Cruiserweight champion, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, with the Mod Father. You're also going to see for the PCW heavyweight title, Brodrick Shaw with the Mod Father. The Mod Father able to get this guy a championship match in his first match ever in PCW. He's taking on the champion, Phil Nitro Monahan. PCW tag team titles. This match is going to be amazing. Dr. Jerry Graham uniting Andy Shane and Phil Atlas. We know they've had their issues with the Mod Father. Well, they'll be taking on the Mod Father's team of the Asian Assassins. Mod Father, I'm just going to say this, not a lot of love for you right now.
I can sense that. I try to show a certain level of dignity, particularly with the Asian Assassins, because their culture is steeped in the tradition of the martial arts. However, when I got to hear that chain-wielding Andy Shane, old, I'm going to say it, fart, out here condemning me, condemning my wrestlers, and building up that other old fart, Dr. Jerry Graham Jr., it makes my blood boil! They're going to pay a price March 22nd, and you don't want to miss it!
Okay, if I can get my hearing back, I think he's out of breath. I know we're not going to get a word from the Asian Assassins, but the Asian Assassins defending those tag team titles at the IBC against Andy Shane and Phil Atlas, Sunday, March 22nd. PCW with the IBC for March Mayhem.
Back we are, PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. It's main event time here on this episode, and we will take you to the Cruiserweight title match from last Sunday, and Phil Atlas defending against the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, but this time he's got the Mod Father in his corner.
Just though when you think they can't top each other after last month's match, they come out and they put it completely to shame and step the bar up even higher.
It was a great match.
These guys are incredible. The only problem was there's that dirty little wart on a baboon's butt of a Mod Father in his corner, which ruins everything every time. It's like the bad corroded penny always showing up. I mean that in the best possible way.
Very much. I can tell that.
Just saying.
Just saying.
I calls them like I sees them.
Now this is a tremendous match, and we knew it was going to be. Phil Atlas defending his PCW Cruiserweight Championship title against the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker. This time, though, with the Mod Father in his corner.
I hear soap runs from the Mod Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first title match of the evening. It's for the PCW Cruiserweight title champion. In this corner, managed by a man that doesn't need any introduction. Please do not call him Shorty. Give him respect. He is the Mod Father. And weighing in at 202 pounds, from Phoenix, Arizona, the challenger. Here's Rick Baker, the Righteous Maker. And in this It's a 1-fall, 60-minute time limit. Your referee is Michael Sandy.
PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, Sean Boomer Bratton along with Norm Waymer. PCW Cruiserweight title is on the line. The champion is Phil Atlas. We are underway. The challenger, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, and we are starting off fast, Norm.
This is, we get to see this again after what we saw in January.
I mean, those guys put on an incredible match not that long ago here at the IBC. This is the rematch as the Righteous Maker really, really wants that PCW Cruiserweight title.
Phil Atlas, I should say, crawled under the ring last time in January. Oh, look at this. Phil Atlas is going after the Modfather, and why not?
For a second there, I thought they let a kid inside the ring area, and I realized it was the Modfather.
You got to know where he is.
Exactly. Atlas right on that arm of the Righteous Maker. Righteous Maker fires back. Yes, as you were saying, Norm, Phil Atlas goes under the ring. Rick Baker wondered where he got off to, and from behind, Phil Atlas with the 1-2-3 for the Cruiserweight title.
You know, I still have all the respect in the world for what Rick Baker's accomplished in this business and what a tremendous wrestler that he is. His resume is absolutely unbelievable. We're so lucky to have him in Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, but I've lost so much respect for him personally by having the Modfather in his corner.
And the Righteous Maker, look at that. Spins with that, goes up, goes down, wheelbarrow, off the, they are so fast. This is going to be extremely hard to call that action. And the Righteous Maker just doing whatever he feels he needs to do to get gold around his waist as he feels like he's been cheated out of opportunity after opportunity here in PCW.
There is so much gamesmanship going on. A lot of people, when they're wrestling, they're playing checkers. These guys are playing chess.
The speed at which they're going is unbelievable.
Well, because they're not just thinking one step ahead. They're thinking 2 or 3 or 4 steps ahead.
Exactly. The shirt now is off for Phil Atlas. He means business using that springboard inside-out drop kick.
And right now, Phil Atlas is 1 step ahead of Rick Baker.
And it looked like Phil Atlas was going to the outside. Modfather catches leg. Baker slides in and throws that knee into the middle of Phil Atlas, and Atlas goes down. Total momentum changer.
Oh, and then Modfather holds his hands up like I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, don't call him Shorty, remember that. Just don't call him Shorty. Suplex maybe has him cinched. Up and over.
Did you hear that?
If it was something the Modfather was saying, I'd just try and tune him out.
You know, I wish people could see a ring put together, because it's steel rods and 2x4s, and this is not a trampoline that they're landing on.
No, not at all. And now the Modfather just going to town on Phil Atlas. Seriously?
Shut up!
We are sitting down.
And he wasn't saying anything either. Goes after a ring announcer, for crying out loud. Saw the Righteous Maker right now. Into the hair of Phil Atlas, brings him up. Just drives that knee up into the middle. Atlas fights back. Hit him with everything on that forearm. Punches right to the side of the face.
Phil
What's Atlas
Atlas
going to do
is
now?
ticked.
Oh, yeah, he's mad.
He's ticked.
Whips him in.
Oh.
And Baker with the clothesline out of the corner. Yeah, I've always been impressed with D-Ray 3000. I mean, the guy's been a mainstay, like you were saying, here in PCW, and he's been with us since almost the beginning.
Get him off of there.
But the tactics he's using right now, I understand the frustration, but man, aligning yourself with the Modfather? Now the Modfather with a handful of Phil Atlas.
Just disqualify him.
We don't need to see this. Come on, get him out of there, ref. Ooh, almost hit the Modfather. We would have loved that.
I would have paid good money to see that.
But look at that, Phil Atlas from behind now. Has him. Drops him face first. Off of the chicken wing, he's right on top. Not able to pin him with it, though. Baker kicks Atlas to the outside. Atlas is on the ring apron. What's he going to do now? Tries to springboard back in, maybe. Hits the shoulder tackle. He goes up and he goes over. Nice roll. Sweeps that leg, and he flies right to the outside again. What's going to happen here? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to be good, Norm.
Oh.
Hits that splash. Outside in. Not enough to put away the Righteous Maker. Baker is reeling right now. Atlas takes him down, knocks out that knee. He's going to go up to the top. What's he going to do? Super kick. He has offense that comes out of nowhere, Norm. But look at that.
Oh, come on,
To
ref.
break up the cover, the Modfather gets up on the ring apron.
Finish the count.
Oh, the crowd is just irate right now. Got a couple fans that are ready to climb over the barricade. We're going to have to watch out for that. Oh, now we're going to see some revenge. I like this. I like this a lot. Modfather in the ring, brings him in under the bottom rope.
Good.
Good. I know he deserves this.
Good. This is about time.
But look at that. From behind, Rick Baker rolls him up. Rolls him up.
Oh, are you kidding?
Did he just pin him? Did he just pin him, Norm?
Yes, he did. We got a new PCW Cruiserweight champion.
You gotta be kidding me.
By hook or by crook.
Wow.
This time by crook. This is ridiculous.
Rick Baker said.
And the winner and new PCW Cruiserweight champion, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker.
Rick Baker lost from a roll-up from behind the last time. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. Modfather, of course, playing a pivotal role in what we just saw here. I'm in disbelief that the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, just beat Phil Atlas for the PCW Cruiserweight Championship.
And look who's got another belt in his hand.
Oh, exactly. Oh, the Modfather loves that. Of course, Modfather not going to let Rick Baker walk out of here with the title. He's going to carry it out. You're not the champion, Modfather. Rick Baker is. Oh, and Phil Atlas beside himself right now. He totally got screwed. Oh, he totally got screwed by the Modfather. Totally got shafted by the Modfather.
Yeah, regardless, we got a new PCW Cruiserweight champion.
The decision is going to stand. Referee count 3, and referee's decision is final. So we know that Phil Atlas just lost that PCW Cruiserweight title to the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker.
Phil Atlas deserves better than this.
Oh, this isn't over. This isn't over between Phil Atlas, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, and the Modfather. Sean Boomer Bratton, Norm Waymer, new PCW Cruiserweight champion, and the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker. It's PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling is back at the IBC on Sunday, March 22nd. It is March Mayhem. Doors at 4, bell time is 5. You can get your tickets right now, Somerset Hall or Lucky 7, and you want to get your tickets because you are going to see so many fantastic matches, all your favorite PCW superstars. What about this in your main event for the PCW Heavyweight title, Brodrick Shaw with the Modfather taking on Phil Nitro Monahan, the champion. PCW Tag Team titles on the line. Andy Shane and Phil Atlas challenging the Asian Assassins. Giant Pharaoh is going to be in action against not one but 2 men. Also, the PCW Television Championship defended at March Mayhem at the IBC on Sunday, March 22nd. The Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, winning the title the last time we were at the IBC. He will be defending against the amazing Nate Madsen. And of course, whenever you have the Righteous Maker, you're going to have the Modfather. Guys, Modfather, I know you're looking forward to challenging the amazing Nate Madsen and putting the amazing Nate Madsen in his place.
Nate, or should we say N8? It must be something I ate because it's you we hate, and you're going down.
You see, they call it March Madness. That's fine. That's all good. Now I got the PCW Cruiserweight title. And now I gotta fight Nate Madsen? Bring him on, line him up. I don't care. You see, I'm the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, and this belt is staying around my waist. Watch him.
Strong words from the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, as well as the Mod Father defending the PCW Television Championship. March Mayhem at the IBC on Sunday, March 22nd. Get your tickets, Somerset Hall and Lucky 7. You will see all your favorite superstars. PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, IBC, Sunday, March 22nd.
Back to wrap up here on PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling, a new PCW Cruiserweight champion. Your buddy, the Righteous Maker, Rick Baker, with a little assistance from his new manager, the Mod Father.
The sad thing about that is Baker's more than capable of doing it without that little weaselly wart on the baboon's butt of a turd. Excuse me, the Mod Father. I'm just saying, that is what it is. Man's skilled as can be. He's got that little ill-educated, bottom-feeding, scum-sucking, worthless little short piece of crap in there sticking his nose in everyone's business.
No, good thing you're not name calling.
Well, like I told you, I calls him as I sees him.
Well, he's the brand new PCW Cruiserweight champion, and he will defend on March the 22nd against the amazing Nate Matson.
See, you asked me not to sugarcoat it, to tell you how I really feel, and I'm trying to do that more often for you.
I don't think you've ever had any trouble with that, regardless.
But with that said, coming up, well, the Mod Father won't give Atlas his rematch at the moment, and we're going to Nate Matson. That's jumping out of the fire, jumping out of the frying pan into the fire as far as that goes, because Nate they're just incredible. Just the skill level is just amazing.
What I was thinking was that Phil Atlas's loss may end up being your gain.
And possibly his gain too again. I mean, that's a shame that he lost that Cruiserweight belt, but now he's going to get a shot with those tag belts.
Because you finally got into a title match and needed to
as we know,
get yourself a partner, and I guess it was a no-brainer.
Mod Father didn't think, because of my somewhat jaded history, that anyone would tag with me. But oddly enough,
somewhat jaded history.
Somewhat.
Colorful, I like to say.
At some point there, he's been irritating more people than even I have. And that takes a lot of dedication.
Yes, right. More irritable than a burr inside your saddle.
There
right?
you go.
That type of thing. So we will see Phil Atlas, Andy Shane, challenge for the PCW Tag Team titles against the Asian Assassins coming up. March Mayhem, March the 22nd.
I know I'm looking forward to it. Another set of belts. And see that look on the Mod Father's face when he doesn't have them.
And if you want to get your tickets in advance, boy, we had a lot of people at the last show. You want to get those front row seats and get them locked in because there's only a limited amount. Go to PCWExcitement.com. You can also go to the International Boxing Club weekdays between 3 and 9, and you can also go to the Somerset Bingo Hall and Lucky 7 and pick them up there as well.
Absolutely. I'm kind of old school. I like going in the Bingo Hall, hitting the Lucky 7 or even IBC and picking up them and have them in person, ready to go.
All right, on next week's show, we will show you the tag team title match with the Asian Assassins against Chuck Wagon and Dick Nasty. But we got to run.
Yep.
We're all done. PCW Powerbomb Championship Wrestling. Circle that date, March the 22nd. We'll see you next week.
Up on the road in 10-1, let's look in the mirror. They're gonna